now we're here in Chapel Court. Behind me to my left is the library, and over there is the chapel. You'd often find gents working in the library, maybe together before a service in the evening. We're often asked when people come and visit what the balance is like between working life and your social life and the life of the choir. But I want to tell you that even though it's a very big commitment, it is absolutely manageable. Lots of people do plenty of other things outside choir as well as work and social life. And now Alex, who's one of our freshers this year, is going to tell you about his experience playing the violin in and around college.
Hi, my name's Alex. I'm a first year music student studying at St John's. Singing with the choir has been one of the best experiences of my life so far. And it's definitely a big commitment, but I'd say it's not impossible at all to fit a lot around it and your degree. For me, alongside singing with the choir and doing my degree, I play the violin, which is something I'd like to do professionally. So yeah, you'll have tons of stuff thrown at you, as an instrumentalist especially. I mean, I've been part of the instrumental award scheme this year, which is great for chamber music. You can do musical theatre stuff. There's plenty of orchestras that you can go and play in. And on top of that, any college music society would be happy to put on concerts for you. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff to get involved with. And I'd say be organised, but don't be afraid of getting involved because it's great fun.
Another thing that factors into day-to-day life is preparation of music. We're often asked by prospective applicants about standards of sight reading, and although it's very beneficial if you can do it very well, music is always readily available to take away and have a look at before a service. And if we've got very difficult music coming up, Andrew will often rehearse it at the beginning of term and probably a few days before the performance of the piece itself. Something else worth talking about when it comes to sight reading is a question we're often asked to do with taking gap years. Andrew often encourages potential applicants to go on gap years, although it's not essential, but it can help develop your tone musically, it can help develop sight reading, and it can be great to develop your life skills before you actually get to university. I took a gap year, lots of the gents took gap years. I sang at Truro Cathedral, you can go to Gloucester or Hereford or Norwich, and it can be a really fun year before you actually get to Cambridge.
Before coming to St John's, I was always really worried about not having enough free time due to the commitments of my degree and also being a member of the choir. But I actually found that I was easily able to fulfil my sporting interests, and I played for one of the college teams throughout my time as a student. I also incorporated this interest into the gents. I proclaimed myself the gents football captain, and over the past couple of years we've played other choirs at football, just very, very informally. But in the summer there is a slightly more heated match with the Choral Scholars down the road at King's. Cambridge terms are relatively short, lasting about 8 to 9 weeks. You tend to cram a lot into these terms, and so it's quite nice to take a big long holiday to really take some time off. During the holidays, there are relatively few choir commitments. It's generally just 2 tours a year, one at Christmas and one at Easter, which vary from European destinations to the Far East and America. In the holidays, we will also do a recording session just once or twice a year, which adds to the large collection of over 100 CDs made by the St John's Choir. That being said, the commitment to the choir in the holidays is actually relatively short compared to some other choirs, and at St John's you'll be getting at least 75% of your holiday free to yourself. I should also mention that here at St John's we always have Christmas and Easter off choir, which can of course be a great time to socialise with your family, continue some academic work, and can be extremely beneficial as you may be able to earn a bit of money singing for services at local churches, cathedrals, that can perhaps give you an insight into the singing world beyond St John's.